A very, very warm good morning from Germany. Good midday in India. It's just past 12 o'clock. Welcome back. This is Arunava Chaudhuri. You are on my YouTube channel, ArunFoot, and it is the AFC Champions League 2 group stage draw today. And let's hope. Sorry, a little allergies in the morning for me. So let's hope for a good draw for the ISL League Shield winners, Mohun Bagan Supergiant, as well for the qualifiers, FC Goa, who are the current Indian Super Cup winners, and really looking forward to this draw. And let's see who these two teams will face, because some very, very interesting teams in the draw. And and let's see who both these teams will set to face in these group stage matches. Let me just quickly go through who are potential opponents for Mohun Bagan Supergiant as well as FC Goa. In pot 1, we have Sepahan SC from Iran, Al Nasser club from Saudi Arabia. I think the team that everybody, so to say, wants to play, because everyone wants to face Cristiano Ronaldo. And morning, Goku. And Al Wasl FC from UAE, Al Ahli from Qatar. Those two are also in pot 1. Pot 2 contains Esteghlal FC from Iran, PFC Andi Khan from Uzbekistan, Al Zafra from Iraq, and Al Hussein from Jordan. Pot 3 contains Al Muharrak from Bahrain, Mohun Bagan Supergiant, as well as FC Istiklal from Tajikistan, as well as FC Arkadag, the team from Turkmenistan, of course. Sorry, system just threw me out. So once more, pot 3, Al Muharrak, Mohun Bagan Supergiant, FC Istiklal, as well as FC Arkadag. And pot 4 contains Al Vedat from Jordan, Al Khaldea from Bahrain, as well as FC Goa and Al FC from Turkmenistan. So therefore, that's the 4 teams. Good morning, Raj. Happy Independence Day, Mike, not only to you, but everybody else who's watching. Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you all. So coming live on tonight. I am not sure, Mike. Let me see. Might be out on work, so I'll have to check for that. And of course, I will surely be coming live tonight. So we're waiting for the AFC Champions League 2 group stage draw, which will supposedly, the show starts in 2 minutes at the Intercontinental Hotel in Kuala Lumpur. And let me know who you would like to see to be potential opponents. Happy Independence Day, Rushabh, as well to you as everybody else. So let's wait and see. Who do you want to see? Is it all about Al Nasser and Cristiano Ronaldo, or because I feel there are a lot of good teams in that draw. Big question, of course, is will Mohun Bagan have to travel this time around to Iran or not? I think that's a valid question, I guess, to ask this time around. And it'll be interesting to see how the groups are put together and who these two teams will face for the first time. Again, the tournament just started only last year, but for the first time, we will have 2 teams in the AFC Champions League 2 in Mohun Bagan as the ISL League champions, as well as FC Goa qualifying with their win against Al Seeb on Wednesday as the Super Cup champions, and The draw ceremony is about to go live with a few seconds to go. It's at the Intercontinental Hotel in KL in Kuala Lumpur. The stage is set. Lovely to see how they do this. Rusef says, I have a feeling if we get Al Nassr in the same group, it's going to turn out what happened with Al Hilal and Neymar. Yeah, that's very valid. You know, a lot of hype in Mumbai, and you know, a lot of hype with Mumbai City and everything. But in the end, Neymar never turned up in India, which is sad actually for the Mumbai City fans, or for the Indian football fans, I would rather say, because again, a lot of expectations, a lot of hope that Neymar would turn up, and he didn't in the end. And therefore, Mumbai City shifted its matches. You know, the other matches were played in Pune because the Mumbai football arena, and therefore, yes. So good to see Colette Wong hosting the show, and Colette Wong, of course, former face of ESPN Star Sports Sports Center. Those of you who might be older might remember her. Raj says Mohun Bagan has a lot of pressure from fans as they've not been so good in AFC competitions in recent years. Yeah, Raj, there is some pressure on Mohun Bagan and its management. Again, Sanjeev Goenka has been talking a lot of, and but again, in recent years, Raj might not be the wrong thing to say, because Mohun Bagan actually have been at continental level underachievers of Indian football over the years. So yeah, that's a real problem to be talking about. Sorry. So that's hope for the best for Indian clubs, says Banjab. And Raj says, but at home, Mumbai City was not so bad. Yeah, they weren't bad, Raj, but again, you saw the difference in quality, the standards, so therefore from that perspective, um, you know, and therefore for me, that has to be honestly said that Mumbai City, who did well the year before in the Champions League, but that was, a bubble system and all, but this one, again, very, very strong Nahor, Ajmer, as well as Al Hilal were just way too good. Happy Independence Day to you, Dark Knight. Sir, I want Indian club to qualify next round of AFC ACL 2. Let's see, Dark Knight, if we can see them qualifying for the next stages of the Champions League. Again, that's a big ask, I think, of Indian clubs at this moment in time. But again, let's be positive. Let's hope for the best. And again, this is a level of competition which you saw also with FC Goa the other night. Can be tough for Indian. Yes, the draw started, but again, they're showing the highlight videos from the last season, and of course, the AFC makes a show out of these draw ceremonies as they're now panning out into the hall with the club officials being there. And the AFC is going to call on people who will help with the draw. So it's a big draw, 32 teams split into 8 groups of 4. And so therefore, yeah. We need to get points of AFC, so getting us and not help us as we are on verge of losing direct spot. Yeah, Raj, that's a danger. And of course, the bigger danger is if we don't play the league, what happens then? So therefore, that will be interesting to see. Yeah. Will draw first, East or West Zone? Banjop, I'm not sure, but if my logic says because I think they will do the West first and then go to the East if they're gonna go, because the West Zone groups are A to D and E to E, F, G, H are normally the ones which come later. So therefore, I think they will do the West first and then they will do the East groups as such. So let's wait and see what happens. Exciting to see what teams we are going to face. And again, all the hype has been about Al Nassr and Cristiano Ronaldo. But the question is, who will the two teams be facing in these qualifiers, in the group stage? They're now highlighting, showcasing, who are going to help them in the draw. Right, the Continental Federation or Raj. Difficult for me to do that. For that, I don't think I follow Asian football closely enough. Again, you have your usual suspects, but again, it depends on the performances of the nations and the clubs. But again, if you want to rank, who would be amongst the top ones? Most probably the Japanese, the Koreans. Who would you add in that mix? Maybe the Saudis and the Qataris. So therefore, connect talking to Alexander Duric, who's of course, big Balkan striker, but he's represented Singapore in international football. So interesting to see. And let's wait and see who we draw. This will take a little bit of time. Actually, sorry, Continental Conference. Sorry. Raj, I was just early morning, sir. If you want me to rank Continental, UEFA would be top, right? No doubt about it. And then it gets difficult because, is it then CONMEBOL? Is it then most probably would be CONMEBOL, maybe AFC, then CONCACAF, CAF, and then OFC. Sorry. Good morning, Siddharth. Welcome and happy Independence Day to you as well. And all the best on this auspicious day for all of us. Let's see who the Indian clubs draw. As the draw procedure has been discussed, one of the deputy general secretaries of the AC now on stage, who's going to conduct the draw. So therefore, looking forward to this one. So now the draw mechanism is being presented. So to answer your question, Manjab, the West zone will be drawn first because it's A to D, and E to H will be drawn after that. So that means want Al Nassr, Mohun this time, and hope we will get some points. Very, very tough, but not impossible. So that, again, Al Nassr, let's wait and see. I think that's the whole discussion at the moment. And points. Let's see the groups first. Are German clubs slowly losing money? No, not. I think most of them are in the profitability field, so I think they're fine. So match of September to December. Yes, there will be one job, and if I understand it right, looking at the whole situation of the Indian Super League, I think Mohun Bagan and FC Goa will be done with their AFC assignments before the ISL starts this season. So that's going to be a big drawback. Sorry. So I've just explained the draw procedure for East and West, and we start with pot 1 and go to pot 4. Good morning, Yuvraj. Happy Independence Day to you as well. And unlike in other draws where you start actually from pot 4 to go to pot 1, in this one it seems like they're going to go, so let's wait and see. They're going through now the teams, presenting the teams. Of course, CR7 is being shown with Al Nassr, with Sadio Mane. Kingsley Coman just signed from Bayern Munich. Martinez signed from Barca in defense. So, yeah. I don't think Al Nassr will send their first team if Mohun comes. Raj, let's not speculate what Al Nassr will do, be it Mohun Bagan, be it FC Goa, be it any of the other teams. Again, for Asian club football, I think most teams in pot 2, I think all teams in pot 2, pot 3, pot 4 are hoping to get Al Nassr. And are they going to see, so yeah, let's see. Yeah, they're still now they're showing the 32 teams. Happy Independence Day, Blue. Welcome back. Hi, Kumar. Welcome back. Just how fast times changes. So today on August 15th, we are praying for the Portuguese to come to Goa. Yeah, or to India, rather. You can generalize it, not only to Goa, but rather to India. So these are the realities of the times, yeah. But jokes apart, I think Cristiano Ronaldo is the pull of this competition, I guess. Happy Independence Day also to you, Kumar. Orkodak one short match against East Bengal. Yeah, Blue champions. What's your deep connection score? Yes, Rajat. Yeah, could have 3 teams in the league. Let's see. And it's starting now with pot 1. The first team pulled out are Al Wasl from the United Arab Emirates. So they will be the head of Group A. Al Wasl FC are the head of Group A. The head of Group B will be Al Ahly from Qatar. Al Ahly from Qatar are the group head of Group B. Another fifth Pro, Kumar. It's not FIFA Pro. It's fifth Pro. Yeah, regarding it's no FIFA involvement that they have written to FIFA. No. So Al Wasl, head of Group A. Al Ahly, from Qatar, Group B. The head of Group C, is it Sepahan or is it Al Nasser? It is Sepahan SC. So Sepahan SC from Iran are the head of Group C. And that means that Al Nasser are the head of Group D. Sepahan Group C, Al Nasser in Group D. So we have to pray for Group D, guys. Come on, your gods. Everyone says Yuvraj. Al Nasser in Group D. Yes. So Al Nasser club from Saudi Arabia, which includes, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, are the head of Group C. Now we go to pot 2. So Esteghlal FC from Iran join Al Wasl in Group A. Yeah. Thanks, Banjab, to follow it up for us. And then let's see who joins Al Ahly. Even club are dangerous. Yes, that night. Andijan are in Group B. Kumar, we are not talking about anything except now the ACL2 draw. Al Hussein are in Group C. So you have Sepahan, SC, and Al Hussein in Group C. That means that Al Zafra are the one who will be in Group D, and I guess there will be celebrations in Baghdad at the moment as they've drawn Al Nasser. I doubt Cristiano Ronaldo will travel or fly to Baghdad. Now it becomes a little bit more interesting. Because now we head to pot 4, and that includes Mohun Bagan Super Giant. So let's see. Mohun Bagan. When are Mohun Bagan drawn? Al Muharrak have been drawn with Al Wasl and Esteghlal FC. So Mohun Bagan still in the game to be in Group D. Now, who's going to be in Group B? Tension is growing. FC Arkadag are in Group B. So now for Mohun Bagan, it's a 50-50 chance of either getting Sepahan, SC and Al Hussein, or Al Nasser and Al Zafra. 50-50 chance. Yeah, as you say, Yuvraj. It's a 50-50 chance now. Now, Istiklal or Mohun Bagan? It's Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Oops, that's a miss. And Mohun Bagan So Mohun Bagan Super Giant will once more have to travel to Iran, as Banjab says. Yes, it's Mohun Bagan. No, says Group C. Let's see. So no, it's no. Yeah, it's not. The table isn't out yet, Nixon. So Istiklal are in Group D. So Mohun Bagan will have to travel to Jordan and to Iran, and let's see what happens. So that's the thing. The club from land of Mecca decide not to come to the Mecca of Indian football. Listen, they didn't decide it. It's the draw of lots. So we're in pot 4, sorry. So now we have to wait where FC Goa is. Al Wadat are in group A. So Al Wadat join Al Wasl, Estegal FC, Al Muharrak in group A. FC Goa are in the mix. Let's see. B, C, or D. At the moment, 1/3 opportunity for FC Goa to be in group D. Let's see what happens. Al Khaldia SC from Bahrain join Al Ahly. So now it's a 50-50 chance. Let's see. Go and group D. 50-50 chance, guys. Either it's Ahal FC, sorry, from Turkmenistan, or FC Goa. 50-50 chance. Now it's going to decide who is pulled out into Group C. Is it FC Goa or is it Ahal FC? It is Ahal FC. FC Goa have hit jackpot. FC Goa are going to play Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr. I think at Goa, there'll be a party. At the moment, FC Goa, I don't know if they're doing a watch-along or something of the sort, but FC Goa will face Cristiano Ronaldo. I really want to see Jingen tackling Ronaldo. Yeah, FC Goa. People party now. I think there will be a party in Goa at this moment in time as we speak. So the Goans are doomed now. Aditya, the Indian clubs are doomed anyway. I mean, anything that we can get out of ACL2 is a bonus, right? So don't see it that way. Goan Heritage, says Yuvraj. Okay. So when are we having these matches? It depends on the scheduling that they have. I think Al Nassr Goa might be even the opener. Let's see. Ono says, good news, Fanarona might be coming to India. Again, that's the whole point of the discussion. Is he actually traveling at the moment for Al Nassr to away matches? He didn't do it last season in the league. Good group, says Siddhant. Portuguese influence. And in Goa, says Arnav, no Central Coast Mariners. Look like they played the AFC only tournament. Says Aditya. Sorry. So match time schedules out, or do we have a tentative date? So yeah, AFC will be releasing a match schedule later in the day. Only happy point is Al Nassr and Goa. Let's go, says Vaman. Goa was surely getting Al Nassr's monos already in Group C, says Raj. Did one get easy group than last or not? No, not true. I think it's a very tricky group. And Mohun Bagan, there's a point. Mohun Bagan have to travel to Iran. So I'm not sure what that topic will be. I said last year that it will be a topic. No one took it seriously, and Mohun Bagan in the end didn't travel. So therefore, that's going to be a question that I want to discuss and see what happens. Nando will come to Portuguese colony Goa. So that nothing sure. Supposedly he doesn't travel to away matches or has something in his contract now. So we'll have to wait and see. Mohun should beat all the 3 opponents at home. Try to not lose against or draw in Jordan, Turkmenistan. Manjab. I don't know where you're taking that confidence from. I'm a little skeptical on that at the moment. If you've seen Indian teams, and there's no such rule that no two nations should not be drawn in the same. Of course, there is Kumar. It was just presented by them. Nationality block, nations block against Iran, but Goa's group seems much harder. Damn, yeah, it will be tough for FC Goa. Mohun Bagan will be in huge trouble. Which group is toughest? That's a good thing. Let's try and analyze that. The question: can Bagan win? Like the probability higher than last year? Not. No, I don't think so. With no ISL happening, right? To me, I think the big problem for Indian clubs this year will be that Mohun Bagan or FC Goa are not going to be in competitive football. So therefore, I'm saying that they have a massive disadvantage against all other teams in this competition. Right? The ISL not being held is a huge drawback for Indian football at this moment in time, and therefore for me, that's something that we need to take seriously. And we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? So therefore, for me, I think that's going to be the challenge per se in regard to the groups as such. Banjab Nation, okay. So it's Severio versus Inigo Martinez. If you want to see it that way, Simon, yes, it is him. It is Cristiano Ronaldo. It is Sadio Mane. It is Kingsley Coman. And who else is at Al Nassr to be facing FC Goa? Let's see how South Asia's best brackets read worst management does now, says Blue. Al Nassr coming to Goa face speakership. Okay, Mike. It seems same when Mumbai City FC got Al Hilal. Yeah, it's a different. And let's see. I mean, for an Indian team to be playing in this competition, first of all, that's a positive, right? For me, that's a big positive. The question now is, what value does it have in the long run? And given the realities of Indian club football at the moment, that we don't have a running league, I think that is the question that I myself have. And from that perspective, I would say, so therefore for me, it's a great competition for FC Goa. It's a great story. I mean, to be playing. So therefore, let's take that. Radio Mane versus Sadio Mane. Joao Felix, yes, Joao Felix is also signed for them. So yeah, it's Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, is the biggest name in Al Nassr. But if I look at Al Nassr, if I was looking at Al Hilal in the FIFA Club World Cup, those two teams have players they could fill squads for a European Champions League, right? So that's also. Hi, Jenjolin. As of now, most of the ISL players and coaches are jobless. Yeah. Severio Oscar level acting and then a penalty for FC Goa, then Baspan Manasa one FC Goa. Hannibal, football, anything is possible, but yeah. I wanted to see Lord Liston against Cristiano. CR7 says Raj. Sadio Mane versus Boris Singh says Roshan. Yeah, it's an interesting one in general to see who has been. If you see, who all are part of Al Nassr's squad. So therefore, that's something that we need to keep in mind. Going through the foreigners in the Al Nassr squad at the moment. Simakon, who joined them last year from RB Leipzig, is with them. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, Sadio Mane is there. Marcelo Brozovic, of course. Angelo Gabriel and Bento, two Brazilians. Otavio, not to forget, their midfielder. Martinez has joined them. Joao Felix, Wesley, and of course, not to forget Kingsley Coman. So that's them. Will Ronaldo play in Goa? Wilson, from what I have heard, he supposedly has some sort of contract at Al Nassr, which allows him to opt in and opt out of matches. especially away matches. So therefore, I'm not sure. Maybe with all that has been said, maybe he might travel to Goa. But yeah, let's see what happens. Hope this time Mohun Bagan will go to Iran because India will go for 2036 Olympic bid. So this time Indian government should allow Mohun Bagan to visit Iran. Diktoraj, there was no story of the government of India not allowing Mohun Bagan to travel. Mohun Bagan themselves. So I don't know where this comes from. I don't think refs will be with India this time. Aditya, the refs are not for or against India. The refs do mistakes, sadly as it is, but that's the reality. So the top two teams will go knockout rounds, right? Yes, Surya, the top two teams in each group will go into the round of 16. Bhaiya, Mohammad Super Giants group has Iran club. Will this create problem again? Aditya, it's on Mohun Bagan if it's going to be a problem or not. Mohun Bagan created themselves the problem last year. Um, you know, if you look at all others who were involved, and therefore let's wait and see if they take that decision or don't. By the way, happy Independence Day. Thanks, Surya. Also to you and everybody else who is listening. A very happy Independence Day 2025. Prince Ghamon went to Al Nassr. Why did he leave Bayern? Roshan, he's been there for 10 years. He's won everything with Bayern that you can win. And he got a lot of money. So, yeah, let's wait and see. Sandesh versus CR7. Yeah, red rose flower decoration. That is something which we're going to get to see. So, therefore, that's going to be an interesting one. Cristiano Ronaldo taking on Sandesh Jingan. Yeah, that's going to be very, 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 very interesting to see what's going to happen. Sorry. Hoping for the best. This time Mohun Bagan should go to Iran, says Average Foodie. Let's wait and see what they do. FC Goa should request Ronaldo to come to Goa, and he should also be apprised of Portuguese history in Goa that may help his interest. Deepak, do you think that sports persons really bother about these historical facts and things and connections? Just asking, right? Then someone will in Baghdad will try and say, these are some connections. That's why Ronaldo needs to come to Baghdad or something. So therefore, I don't know if it's that easy to do that. Yeah, and therefore that's the thing. Let's see what happens. Meanwhile, East Zone Group, we are Group E is final. Beijing FC, MacArthur FC, Taipo FC, Kong An Hanoi FC. Group F contains Gamba Osaka, Namding FC, Ratchaburi FC, and Eastern FC. And Group G Group G still has a team to be pulled. That is Bangkok United, Selangor FC, Lions City, Sailors FC, and Persib Bandung. And Group H contains Pohang Steelers, Patam United, Kaya FC, and Tampine Rovers. So that's the thing. Sorry. A little bit of allergies in the morning. Mohun Bagan can finish second if and everything right. Not finishing second again. I think they need to start winning matches in the ACL too before even thinking of playing. Yeah, that would be my thing. Mohun Bagan didn't go Iran because they fear tractor, see tractor harvested Mohun Bagan if they've done that. Dark Knight, any team for an Indian club at this level is difficult, right? So therefore, let's keep that in mind. Sandesh Jingan versus Cristiano Ronaldo, says Dipesh. Yeah, I think that's the big one. I think Sandesh Jingan is really going to look forward to it. All Indian squad will travel to Iran. Yes, Raj. Mane versus Boris. Yes. FC Goa versus Al Nassr. Peak Haram ball. Here we go. Bharat first. Yeah, we saw that on Wednesday, right? To some extent, FC Goa trying to play a little bit of a haram ball, and it's not the style that they like to play, right? Let's be very, very clear. That is not the way that FC Goa plays. FC Goa plays a different brand of football, and therefore it will be an interesting test if FC Goa actually play the way that you are saying that they're going to play, or if FC Goa is going to try and play a little bit of a controlled game. I think that's the challenge, I think, for FC Goa. But FC Goa have the capabilities, but these teams, again, that's the thing that I would say is um, I think we have to be honest, that this 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 group for FC Goa, again, this facing Cristiano Ronaldo is a gift to them, so to say. So therefore, let's look at it. Mohun group analysis. Oh, well, Sepahan clear-cut favorites to me, no doubt about that in that group. A Jordanian team, Al Hussein, double champions in Jordan. Will be interesting to see what they can do. They've got some foreigners in the mix as well, as I can see. I don't think will be easy. And Ahal, we've had Arkadak around. I'm not sure if that will be something that we can say, that will be taken care of for an Indian team. I think Arkadak, of course, stronger than Ahal, but Ahal as well only playing with local players. So that's, of course, Turkmenistan being Turkmenistan. So therefore, that would be a thing. But yeah, I think if Mohun Bagan can think about beating someone, then I think it's about Ahal FC, and then we'll have to wait and see. Indians will go mad when Sandesh would face CR7, says Deepak. Major bin is Indian players getting more quality experiences. Nixon, yeah. If only ISL was sorted out, we could have seen our clubs getting points against Istiklal at home. Rushabh, that's my point. Our clubs will not be in match playing condition. We saw that with FC Goa on Wednesday. IC was ready for the competition, was ready to play. FC Goa wasn't. It was FC Goa wasn't, and it survived because of the individual brilliance. So that's the thing. We'll be very, very. I mean, for me, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how these two teams cope with the realities of not having any match practice of any sort going into these competitions. So therefore, for me, FC Goa and Mohun Bagan Supergiant are at a massive disadvantage against all other teams that they're facing. In a normal circumstance, I would say, Mohun Bagan fighting for second spot could be possible, but I also have to consider Mohun Bagan and their track record in Asia has been, not only over the years, but over the decades, has been poor. If you look at other teams, I think all other teams who played in Asian competition have done better than Mohun Bagan. That's another thing. So therefore, sorry, let me just quickly put out a tweet. Sorry, guys. So sorry, I have to put out a tweet. I guess this time it should be possible for Mohun Bagan playing against the Indian team. Somehow I think the security issues which came in the focus last year will be prepared. I don't know. To me, again, the world is so volatile at this moment. I think last year was, even though the Rockets were fired, match day -1, but yeah. Can you do all the groups analysis? I will do it later, Blue. Let me digest of how they are. Sam says Mohun Bagan and need additional foreigners to compete, especially FC Goa. Sam, yeah, let's see again. On Twitter, everybody is talking about FC Goa versus Al Nassr. Nobody talking about Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Yeah, it was clear whoever of these two teams will draw Al Nassr, they will do. Well, all Indians scored to Iran. Apart from that, there is a chance. I believe you know better, but I think chances this year to next one is more than last year. Or I don't think so because they're not in competition. I think the competition factor is there. And last year, of course, we don't know because Mohun Bagan pulled out, so we don't know what could have been possible in that group. So therefore, for me, both teams, the biggest drawback for FC Goa and for Mohun Bagan Super Giant will be that they won't be in competition. And how do you keep yourself match ready? I think friendly matches, practice matches never can replicate competitive matches. Yeah. What's the rank the hardest groups in order? I will do that, Lou, once we've digested the whole thing. So later I will do that. If FC Goa and Mohun can draw even one home game, it will be an achievement. Too much expectations. Hopefully we have an idea of how it is. We have no match to them still in the blood. Yeah, SB Sports Extremes. Yeah, it's an issue. And as I say, let's see. I have a feeling FC Goa would end up in the same situation as Mumbai against Al Hilal in their own backyard, 6-0, that is. I don't know. To be very honest, if I look at the Al Nassr foreigners that I've just mentioned to you, I'm not even looking at the Qataris. I'm looking at the Saudis. Very, very strong team. Goa and Mohun Bagan need some quality foreigners. And Raj, I don't think that there is going to be much movement. They might think about here and there. Think about these clubs might lose their league. Think from that perspective, right? Who has better chances to go through, Mohun Bagan Super Giant or FC Goa? I would clearly say Mohun Bagan Super Giant. I would think. Al Zafra and Istiklal, FC Goa sounds tough to me, but who knows, right? Sepan will be the toughest challenge for Mohun Bagan. Rest of the two, if Mohun Bagan players give the 300%, let's be honest, I can see draws or maybe a home win. Okay. In my opinion, Mohun Bagan has slightly advantage in FC Goa. Yeah, I think that their group is a little easier. Certainly won't want to face anything better than this group except Sepan, as that's the level of the competition. Okay. Again, the Mohun Bagan have guys who struggled against the senior weaker Rafshan Kulub last year. We need to look back at our team thoroughly. We need changes. Says Simon. How FC Goa and Mohun Bagan deal with no AS and can still prepare well or at least try. So yeah, that's the question. That's the point for both the managements to sort out, right? That's the challenge in the next few weeks. Can you prepare your teams for those respective matches? That's the challenge that both Mohun Bagan Super Giant as well as FC Goa have. So sad that FC Goa have a group with Al Nassr, but if Mohun Bagan had a chance to play on us instead of Goa, then it would be excited, as FC Goa is not strong as Mohun Bagan. I honestly don't know, Rebelson. Is it that much of a difference between these two teams when you're facing Al Nassr? I honestly don't think so. Mohun Bagan and FC Goa can play each other before each match days. Yeah, Rushabh, I said that yesterday, that might be a thing, at least at the starting of the season, you could think about it. In my opinion, that surely is an option. But does it, so therefore, yeah, that's the point. Only positive is India football, especially FC Goa, will get some limelight. Yeah. Is it going to be limelight in a positive way? That's the question. Are Mohun Bagan going to make any foreign signings? Rushabh, again, with no league, I don't think so. Right? They have been, they were talking about a lot of players to come in to sign, and then when things didn't get cleared. Mohun Bagan Supergiant have been rather conservative in their approach. Yes, they did sign Abhishek Tekcham as a domestic player, but otherwise, the targets that they had, none of them have been signed. Raj says Mr. Gonk is desperate to be successful in Asia, so it is possible. Raj, yes, it is, but again, the reality check is if Jamie McLaren, I mean, just looking at Jamie McLaren, a top Australian striker, but is he really a top Asian striker? Right, that's the level of players that we're targeting. And if we don't have a league, I don't even know if players are wanting to come to India, right? By the way, who is Mohun Bagan's sixth foreigner Stewart released is Robson signing? As far as I know, Greg Stewart is released, but Robson, I think there was some injury issue, right? So if I'm not wrong, he has, he's not been signed. So therefore, that's another thing that is there. And interesting, Greg Stewart has also signed nowhere so far. Without league, very difficult. Raj, that's my point. At the end of the day, very, very difficult with the whole situation without a league. Considering the format didn't see the draw, when do they face East Asian teams? In the round of 16, the West and East Asian teams face each other. To put it simple, we are lackluster as a whole. We never take the Asian competitions all that seriously. Not all, but yeah, some, I would say. Sepahan has no foreigner. Al Hussein has 6 foreigners. Ahal, no foreigner. Sepahan were able to hold Aldoel even with European players like Luis Alberto, Christoph Piatek, Marco Verratti. Banjo, Sepahan, I mean, Iranian teams are of a different level. So, we don't even need to bother about them, right? Al Hussein were in the knockouts only to lose narrowly to Sharjah FC. They're very good physically, yeah. It's going to be 11 Indians versus Japan, so it's lost away in run. Yeah, let's see what they do. But again, these are teams where when we are honest, they'll be strong, they'll be tough, and we have to be honest to ourselves. What can we do? Again, the most important thing is that we have 2 teams this year in the competition, in my opinion. That's the most important thing that we see. And if I think about it, right, once more, Group C, Sepahan, Al Hussein, Ahal FC from Mohun Bagan. So Iran, Jordan, and Turkmenistan, and FC Goa have the prize possession of Al Nasser or CR7 as well. Iraq's Al Zafra and Istiklal from Tajikistan, of course, who have been quite successful in the AFC Cup in the past as well. The Iranians are more dangerous than the Qataris. Yeah, most probably. If you look at club football, you would think that the Iranian teams are, we've been speaking about Tractor last year, Sepahan, Istiklal, Persepolis. These are very, 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 very strong teams in an Asian context. Ahal FK is beatable team only if our Indian players step up. Simon, we've not beaten a team from Turkmenistan or Tajikistan in the recent past. I just want to take that point on, right? So before we talk about beating someone, again, with the whole circle, and I think the circumstances is something that if I like or you like or we like, we'll need to mention. But then I look at the East Bengal versus Arkada game that sums up our state honestly. Simon, exactly, that's my point. That's why, qualifying, let's start with getting a point. Let's start with getting something out of these games before we go overboard with all our clubs. Again, I think we all would like to see both FC Goa and Mohun Bagan do well, but then the realities. FC Goa qualifying for ACL 2 will give us some AFC points. Yes, it will. To be honest, there's a 1 in million or more chance that Mohun Bagan Supergiant beating Sepahan, so Indian 11 versus 4 foreigners doesn't matter that much. That's also a reality. So, that's the reality because, yeah, Sepahan will be a class above, if not two, above the rest of those teams in that group. Is Julian Draxler actually? No, wasn't he at Duhail? I thought he was he at Duhail? Or, I think he was or is he at? No, he's Al Ahly. Sorry, yeah, sorry, Julian Draxler is at Al Ahly. So Al Ahly, also interesting, Mate Mitrovic, Ibrahim Diallo, Julian Draxler, se que hace Esposito. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, the players that they have, right? So a lot of these players are out there in the market. Joy Mohun Bagan, we will qualify next round. Shoma, I hope so. I really, but I don't know where you take this belief with the track record that Mohun Bagan themselves and Indian clubs have in the competition. Portuguese connection worked for Goa, says Augusto. Hey, why not? Again, it's the biggest prize in that ACL too. So not going to Iran has no point. You just assume that much doesn't exist or go rather than doing drama. To me, the point is if Mohun Bagan this year pull out of the ACL 2, it is going to be, a big problem not only for them but for Indian football. With all that is going on in Indian club football, Mohun Bagan not only are representing themselves but are representing Indian football. So let's see. Al Nassr versus Spain and Jordan versus Aussies, says Ashley and Mohun Bagan Super Giant qualifier round of 16. East Bengali, I don't think both teams have a chance. Again, because they don't have a league matches, right? That's my biggest problem. That both the teams will be going into this competition, into the matches without match practice. So that is going to be Al Hilal versus Tractor SC, says Raj. And let's see what happens. In the Champions League prime, how would a prime FC Goa consist of Lanza, Koro, Bumos, Pronopreneur, Fall on Jahu Fair in this group? Not much better. I think they're good for the ISL, but I don't think that they're anywhere Asian level, if you ask me that way, Simon. Right? Sorry. Allergies. Ashley says Fetoda's team capacity is too low for such matches. Someone needs to do something. Ashley, I don't think so. I mean, the question is, for one-off matches, I think we shouldn't see it as a one-off thing and think about what's going to happen. FC Goa is not going to pull 40, 50,000 people. So a 40, 50,000 stadium in Goa, to me, doesn't make sense. I think the Fatorda has the right size. Tickets will sell out for sure. So therefore, yeah. Hi, Shrikant. Welcome. Molman Group is medium, not so hard, also not so easy. East Bengali, I don't agree to. Yes, it could have been harder, it could have been tougher. Let's put it this way. But still, for an Indian team, this kind of competition, looks like, looks okay. I mean, if I'm just looking at the groups A to D, I would say, to me, Group A looks the most even, but also the toughest, with Al Wasl from the UAE, Esteghlal from Iran, Al Muharrak from Bahrain, and Al Wedat from Jordan. I think that is, so that's the thing. Group B also tricky, as with Al Ali, Andijan, who I can't rate, from Uzbekistan, Arkadak, and Al Khaldia. I think Yeah, the Indian teams could have gotten tougher groups in that way. So, but still, we are not playing league matches, and that's my concern. FC Goa versus Al Nassr, yes, Akash. Is Fadoda hybrid pitch with subject about the playing surface? Simon, hybrid pitch is accepted. So therefore, for me, hybrid pitch or yes or no. I mean, even in Europe, you play it. There's nothing for Al Nassr to object. As long as, for example, I think there's even no ban on artificial turf pitches in Asian competitions. Fatoda needed renovation earlier, but it didn't happen, so it might happen now. Raj, you've got, um, the how quickly can you do it? What kind of renovation? It's not going to happen. Again, Irani club in Mohun Bagan group, says Akash. Yes. Musafir Bhai would know much more about the Emirati teams. Need some insight from him. Yes, Simon. I guess Ahal FK will be tough. I guess they were the strong team who got weakened from the introduction of Arkadak in the domestic circuit. Yes, Roshan, that was the thing. RC will be easy if we play well. West Bengali, there is no team which is easy for us at this level, right? So let's be honest. Ahal, I mean, if you see how East Bengal played against Arkadak, then we know what the situation is. FC Goa versus मोहम्मद सुपरजान आपस में छोटा सा टूर्नामेंट क्यों नहीं कर सकते? D3V, you know, the how do you do a two-team tournament? I don't get that point. If you could explain that to me. So they will. I think they can play, matches amongst themselves. That it is said that states like Goa, Kerala, Bengal do not have football-specific world-class stadiums. Yeah, Akash. I again take the world-class out. They don't have per se really proper football-specific stadiums, right? So therefore, that's the bigger problem. Forget the world-class. Is Sepahan also from Trabzon? No, Sepahan is an own region, not in the northern part of Iran, but rather southeast, towards the southeast, I would say. Only God can save us. Yeah, based Bengali. If we look at it, let's see. Even Arkadak can beat Mohun Bagan. Quality issue. Yeah, right. That's the point. So therefore, again, I think we are thinking that we can win, and if anything, things have to fall in place. I think a good example was this whole Al Seed situation. FC Goa did win, gave them a great fight, had scored two very vital, important goals, had luck with the referee. Everything has to go in your favor, even as like India beat the women's in the Thailand in the women's qualifiers. Mohun Bagan group is actually much easier than last time. If Mohun can win or draw some home games, then we have a chance to go ahead. Yeah, gosh, but they don't have a league to play in, right? That's the point that you're forgetting. Muslim said Mohun Bagan can Super give some game time. Blue, who's going to play the Super Cup? Why would the other teams agree to a Super Cup not knowing that when the ISL will be played? That's the whole problem. So Kullan Chobe has gone out and said something without things in the back end being actually ready and to be organized, right? So therefore, to me, that's the problem, right? If you ask me, the big issue there is that the Super Cup could be a solution, but the point is 3 matches, so that would be within 2 windows, and the rest you'll have to see. A छोटी सी series of 3 to 5 matches. D3 league at some stage, even those these are friendly matches, right? So yeah, you can play them, let's see. Mamta Banerjee for Mohun Bagan, Sawant for Goa, says Simon. Can FC Goa move on play some friendly matches? West Bengali, they could, but yeah, let's see what they do. Okay, then good to see you in morning to wake up now. Yes, Akash, I did wake up early for this. Good day, guys. We need believe in Mr. Kalanchovi's words after all that. That's the point, Simon. I think that's the point. Super Cup, And then the scheduling, like the Duran Cup, will clash. And then suddenly your situations, oh, what do I play? I hope East Bengal fans this time support Mohun Bagan as Indian club in Salt Lake. Raj, I hope so. You know, will be very interesting to see how they do it, because to me, yeah, East Bengal fans, Mohammedan sporting fans should be supporting Mohun Bagan. I guess Mohun Bagan can play East Bengal. Blue could be. I mean, they're playing on Sunday, right? Will be interesting to see how all of that pans out. But to me, yeah, Mohun Bagan FC Goa will have to be creative in finding solutions of how to play, who to play, where to play, when to play. And that's going to be the question for them. And you know, and to me, will be very, very interesting to see how they sort this out. This matter of match practice, which will be it's an issue. It is an issue. It will be an issue, and that's a sad thing, because I think both teams with a little bit of match practice, who knows? You know, these groups look very interesting in my opinion, and therefore, yeah, let's wait and see. And slowly coming towards the end of this live. Once more, let's go through the groups. First, the groups which contain Indian clubs. Group C has Sepahan SC, Al Hussein, Mohun Bagan, and Ahal FC. So a team from Iran, Jordan, and Turkmenistan in Mohun Bagan's group, and FC Goa in Group D with Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nasser, Al Zavra, and Istiklal FC. So an Iraqi and a Tajik team as well in the group. Group A contains Al Wasl from the UAE, Esteghlal from Iran, Al Muharrak from Bahrain, Al Wedat from Jordan. Group B contains Al Ahli from Qatar, Andikhon from Uzbekistan, Arkadat FK from Turkmenistan, and Al Khaldia from Bahrain. And then Eastern region, we've not spoken much about it. Beijing Guang FC from China, MacArthur FC from Australia, Tau Pok FC from Hong Kong, Kong An Hanoi FC from Vietnam. Group F contains Gamba Osaka, Japan, Namding FC from Vietnam, Ratchaburi from Thailand, and Eastern FC from Hong Kong. Group G, Bangkok United, Thailand, Selangor FC from Malaysia, Lion City Sailors FC from Singapore, and Persib from Indonesia. And Group H got Pohang Steelers from South Korea, Pathum United from Thailand, Gaya FC from Philippines, and Tampan Rovers from Singapore. So those are the groups. Interesting groupings, if I look at all of that. My mind is frantic with the thought of the new footballing kicking off tonight with the Premier League, but then I see the state of Indian football, and yeah. Is the schedule out? No, Raj, it's going to be worked, by the way. By the way, I heard, as you said earlier, is trying to stall Supreme Court decision. Yeah, they're saying we're going to do something. Yeah, let's see what they're going to do. Anyways, waiting for you. Take care. Thanks, Simon. See you later. Do you think FC Goa should travel to Spain and train because there is no ISL? All a question of money, right? All a question of money and what FC Goa wants to spend. Yeah. So let's see. I have a question. I never went to Salt Lake Stadium in Mantala, but I will. So my question is, 50 rupees ticket in Salt Lake is only standing or also sitting? There is no sitting for a 50 rupees ticket. Theoretically, you could, but I don't. If you're on the upper, they're all seats now. Yeah, theoretically, you'll sit, but the people around you might not sit. So that's the problem based in Bengal. Eve Molina was sporting director of Spain, so one can also train in Spain. Yeah, they both can do. And based Bengali asking, will ISL happen? Good question, and there is no answer to that, right? So I will not be able to tell you a yes or a no. At the moment, it's a big no. So therefore, let's hope things change. Goodbye, Blue. We'll wait for as it goes. Yes, I will do that. And coming towards the end, if you haven't liked this video, share this video as well. This short watch along, and of course also subscribe to the channel as always, and watch the other videos here on my platform. And yeah, need your support as always. Hype the things, and I'll be back most probably later this evening with another live. Bye Raj, bye everyone else, and catch you later in the day.